Today's lesson is writing algebraic expressions. Expressions are number sentences, if you recall, without an equal sign. Now, we've worked with PEMDAS, and those were numerical expressions because everything had numbers. In algebraic expressions, we have variables along with our operations and numbers. Basically, when we're writing algebraic expressions, we are actually translating phrases into math problems. Now, there's a couple things you need to make sure you do so you can get your phrases accurate. Convert your number words to numbers. So, for instance, if you see 10, you'd make it into the number 10. Then you would convert operation words into operations. So if you see the word minus, you know it is the subtraction sign. And then third, you would convert anytime you see a number to a variable. Remember, variables are letters that represents numbers. Sometimes you will be given a variable, and that is the variable you will use. Now, I've made a triple T chart with 4 columns. In the first one, we're going to write words, and these are keywords for all of them. So these are keywords for addition, keywords for subtraction, multiplication, and division. Now, the very first keyword is the word sum. And you should know by now that the word sum means an answer to addition. Not just addition, but an answer to. Since it's an answer to addition, we put parentheses around it. This way we know we need to possibly do this operation first if we have multiple operations in our expression. Along with sum, under the column of adding or addition, if we see the words increased by, we would add. The word plus would mean add. Added to is add as well, total, and more, sometimes accompanied with the word then. And we would add. These all mean to add. Next, we come to difference. Difference, you should know by now, is the answer to subtraction. Other words that mean subtraction, and if you need to pause, please do so, but I am going to continue on. Decreased by, minus, subtracted from, asterisk there, please write that in. Less than, asterisk there. I'm going to explain that towards the end. Take away means to subtract, and sometimes you'll see fewer as well. Next, we have multiply. The answer to multiplication, which you should already know, is the word product. Therefore, we have the parentheses around each of these answer to a operation because we might have to do that first if there are 2 operations in this expression. So another term for multiplication is times, of which we used with percentages. So we take 20% of a number. Twice means 2 times. Double means 2 times as well. Triple would mean 3 times. So we can continue on with quadruple and quintuple, etc. Finally, our 4th operation is division. Quotient is the answer to a division problem. Sometimes we might say divided by. We also learned when we did ratios that pers, for example, miles per hour, we divided. We also had a rate, we had a number, and we needed to make sure the rate became 1 to find out how much per 1 item. Ratios are also division problems. If something is divided in half, so a number divided by 2, or maybe a number divided by 3, these are all division problems. If we split something or if we share something equally, these are all keywords for quotient. Please make sure you have this list. You will need them. They will be very helpful also. Now, I said that I'm going to explain the asterisk. It's really important you highlight this because these are trigger words. So it's a little funny because this is our subtraction, and sometimes it gets a bit confusing. So I put an asterisk down here, and I want you to know what this asterisk means. It means that you need to reverse the order of the numbers. Okay, I am actually going to show you that here and now, but I am still going to highlight this very important information. So let's take a look. It says 3 subtracted from 7. So just think about this. It's 3 from 7. So 3 from 7 looks like this. 7 minus 3. That's 3 from 7. We reverse the order of the numbers. Let's take a look at this one. In example 2, I'm going to move this up a bit. We have less than. Less than is one of the asterisk words. So, oh, and by the way, 3 became a number. There is no variable in this, and that's okay. In this one, we do have a variable, and they gave us the variable to use. This one says 8 less than the product of 9 and n. So it says to reverse the order of the numbers. So if I have 8 less than, if this was 3 subtracted from, that means I have to have minus 8. This was 3 subtracted from minus 3. 8 less than minus 8. So now I'm going to put this in front of the minus 8. So it's the product, the product of, because there's 2 operations, of 9 and n. So let's put it together. So we could say 9n minus 8. And there you have it. Now, 5 times a number. Let's use whatever we have in our chart here. 5 times. So I'm going to just start to write it out. 5 times a number, n, added to the sum of 3 and 4. 5 times a number added to the sum of 3 and 4. Or it could also be written like this: 5n plus 3 and 4. Great. I just followed what was up here. Next, I have quotient. So when I look at quotient, I go over here. It's the answer to, and it's just a 4 and a number. Now, this is where of does not mean to multiply. Of means to multiply when we're taking a percent of something or something similar like that. For this, we're looking for the quotient of 4 and a number. So 4 and a number, the quotient. Now, I could keep it like this, or I could leave it like this. And the reason being is there's no other operation within this expression. And that is translating phrases into math problems that are algebraic expressions.